The merchant and the donkey. There was a merchant who regularly went into the city to buy goods and loaded them onto his donkey to carry home. The donkey thought it was very smart because it always liked to think of ways to make its load as light as possible. Once, the merchant bought a heavy sack of salt. He tied the sack tightly, loaded it onto the donkey's back, and walked behind, urging the donkey to move quickly. When they reached a small river, the merchant urged the donkey to wade into the water. The donkey carelessly stepped on a rock and stumbled. The river water seeped into the salt sack, causing much of the salt to dissolve. The donkey found that the load it was carrying became much lighter and felt very pleased with itself. With this experience, every time they crossed the river, the donkey pretended to slip to reduce its load into the water. This time, the merchant went into the city and bought a sack of cotton and loaded it onto the donkey's back. On the same path, crossing the same small river, the donkey rejoiced at the sight of the river and eagerly stepped into the water. When they reached the middle of the river, the donkey pretended to slip again. The donkey was delighted, thinking, "When I stand up, my load will be much lighter." But as soon as the donkey stood up, it suddenly felt the load on its back was much heavier than before. The donkey did not expect the cotton sack to become so heavy, and it had to continue walking with its head bowed in resignation. Lesson: being too clever can backfire. In life, don't overcalculate because every sly deed eventually gets discovered. Reflection: adapt and live fully in the present. With diligent effort, things will turn out well because the way of heaven favors the diligent. Vocabulary: merchant, a person or company involved in wholesale trade, especially one dealing with foreign countries or supplying goods to a particular trade. Example: the merchant traveled far and wide to bring exotic goods to the market. Donkey, a domesticated hoofed mammal of the horse family with long ears and a braying call, used as a beast of burden. Example: the donkey carried heavy loads through the narrow mountain paths. Sacks, a large bag made of a strong material such as hessian, thick paper, or plastic, used for storing and carrying goods. Example: the merchant filled a sack with fresh produce from the market. Wade, to walk through water or another substance that impedes movement. Example: the children waded through the shallow stream, looking for pebbles. Clever, quick to understand, learn, and devise or apply ideas. Intelligent. Example: the clever fox outsmarted the hunters and escaped into the forest. If you enjoyed this inspirational story and want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe to our Learn English channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more uplifting and educational content to help you improve your English skills. Join our community. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of our latest videos. Let's continue this journey of learning and inspiration together.